Okay, so today we continue on with our back escapes. We're going to do the baseball bat escape, okay? But there's a couple details here that when you're doing it's going to make the difference of success or unsuccessful on this attack or on this defense. All right, so same thing. We're going to combine two principles that we've learned in the previous videos. The first video we grabbed like this for the defense. The second video is when they grab the cross collar chokes, we grab high. So we're going to do a combination. The arm that's his arm's under my armpit, I'm going to thumb in. Okay, thumb in. My other hand's going to grab as high as I can. If I can grab the lapel, cool. Otherwise, I grab the shoulder and pull. Now, I do the exact same things we did before in the previous video. I slide down so I can get my head out and bring his arm on the other side of my body. Now, before we start that, it's going to end up like this, where both of his arms are on the other side of his body. Whenever this happens, you always want to lean towards the side of both the arms. If I lean towards this side, he's going to grab my arm and armbar me. Okay? So how do I know which side to fall towards? It's the side with both of his arms on one side of my body. So we go. So I thumb in, I grab as high as I can, I pull down, I slide down to get his arm over my head. Now this is going to be a little hard. Most people are going to let you lift the arm. So if you can't lift the arm, you need to slide further down to just get a little bit of release on the choke. Now I drop to the same side. Okay, both arms are on the one side. Now here's the first detail. I need to switch my grips. So right now my top arm is grabbing above his elbow. So I'm going to switch there, because I need to secure this arm from getting back around or any of that kind of stuff. Okay. So I'm here. Now, same as how we freed the legs before, I need to create tension on his legs. If I just try and turn my hips up like this to free, it's not going to work. And if I turn my hips up and try to walk over, it's not going to work. I need my belly button facing on the side, facing the camera, and I walk, creating tension on his legs. So I walk, look, creating tension on his legs, and once I create the tension, then I can turn my hips up. Now, you don't have to do this, but a really important detail, especially if you're a little more advanced, is to block his foot with your foot. See how I blocked his foot, like I trapped his foot? Now, how do I get rid of the top leg? I can use my elbow, straighten my leg, use my elbow to free it. And now I'm going to turn. So I turn. And then it may be hard to come up. So how do I come up? May lose the microphone here, so I'm going to put it on the mat. So how do I come up? I scissor my legs. So see how my hips are turned down. Okay. Now, before I do all that, I need to grab his head. So I'm going to grab with the bottom arm, I'm going to grab his head and bring it to me as tight as possible so that he can't escape. Now I scissor my legs, okay? And then the bottom arm shoots through. I can push his head deeper more. Shoots through, and I go for like my rear naked choke grip. Bicep, shoulder. Now, how do I finish this, Darce? I sprawl over the tricep. His tricep is between my chest. If it's above his head, when I come up, I'll shove it deeper so that his arm is between my chest. So here. So now as I sprawl, it's pushing his arm deeper into his throat, and I squeeze my elbows for the submission. So let's do this again. So I grab high as I can, pull down. I slide down as far as I can to get the arm over. As I drop, I'm going to switch to secure his arm. Sometimes what happens is people go here like this, and then they use the top arm to free, but see, I haven't really secured his arm, so he can start pulling his arm back and causing problems. So I need to make sure that I have this arm secured before I start using my arm, my top arm. Okay. So now I need to get rid of the hooks. I can't just turn in. I have to create tension on the legs. So I pump my hips forward. See, I lead with my hips. Now I turn my hips up and block his leg. His top leg, I can free with my elbow. I'm safe now because I have a hold of his arm. I'm safe now, and I stretch, and I can escape. Before I start going, I'm going to grab his head. Take the mic off before it clips off. Grab his head and turn my hips down. Come up, and then apply the Darce. Now, a detail about this choke. If I'm under the armpit, my arms become shorter. So even though Johnny is smaller than me, I can barely grab my bicep. So how do I fix this? I don't turn my chest up towards the camera. I turn my chest down and more towards his feet. So look what happens. See how my fingertips? As I turn, look how my hand gets deeper. Because I turn my chest down, and even more if I turn my chest towards his feet, my arm is going to get deeper. Now, how do I cinch this up? I bring my hand to his shoulder. So not the bottom. I make like a V, like this. Just an extra little simple move. And then I sprawl and squeeze for the submission. Okay? So that's our baseball bat defense, because I'm bringing the arm around like a baseball bat. Boom. Okay? Thanks.